In this video, I want to talk about how to bring in love, how I did it over and over again, and how I helped other people bringing in the type of relationship they really desired. Last year, I had 2 wedding invitations, so it is working. So if you have been single for some time, for as long as you know, for any time, it doesn't matter. But if your desire is to be with your soulmate, is to have a relationship, but not any kind of relationship, but the relationship, that harmonious, deep connection, the loving, the whatever, that thing, your divine union, your soulmate, that kind of connection, then this is the video for you. I'm going to tell exactly step by step how you can do it, how I did it, how other people did it. So my name is Agnes, by the way, in case you don't know me. Welcome to my channel. Here I help you to remember that you are a master creator of your reality and you just have forgotten. But you are an amazing manifester, and then you are becoming more and more conscious of how to do this on demand deliberately. So with that said, and before I go on and tell you the exact steps, I also want to invite you to my free membership and community where I teach you a lot of these masterclasses. I go step by step into bringing you the knowledge, the processes, case studies. I go live every Thursday. You can ask your specific questions about manifestation. So come and join the community. I've just opened the doors 5 days ago. The moment we reach 100 members, I'm going to give 2 workshops with personal channelings directly connecting to source and bring you the answer, whatever question you have. So with that said, I'm super excited about that. So I hope we reach 100 fast because I want to do that channeling. And I'm going to put as many personal channelings in the 1 hour, actually 2 hours, as I can. So with that said, let's go to the steps. Now, very, very important is that you, first of all, first step, you forget everything you have manifested until this moment. We don't care about what was the story so far, even a minute ago. This is the time that you're going to start creating a new reality. Now, if you can imagine and then you have a desire for a relationship, it means it already exists. Your job is to move. You take yourself, you teleport yourself into the reality, into the version of you who is already in a relationship. Okay, so that's super simple. That's the first thing you need to know. The second thing that you really need to become aware of, if there's any stories they're running in your background, because you're going to, like, manifesting a love is not difficult at all, or manifesting a partner is not difficult, but you have to remember that that partner is going to be a 100 match to who you are. And when I say who you are, is really who you believe you are, is your beliefs about yourself, about what you deserve, about how worthy you are, and so on and so forth. So before you really start manifesting love, just be really clear. Now, if you really want to know more about this, I did a case study on how to become aware of the patterns that they might create in your love relationship, or the lack of your love relationship, and how you can, in the moment, right here, right now, become conscious and change that, and change a timeline, change a reality, jump into a new or shift into a new reality. And you can access that video inside the free membership, which you're going to find the link below. So that is important. But when you have that, when you have the clarity about who you want to be with, when you have this clarity about what kind of relationship you desire, it doesn't have to take you more than 5 minutes to become clear on that. So how do you do that? First of all, you're going to go and take inspiration from your previous relationships. So you're going to take everything that was amazing in those relationships, which you absolutely want more of, and then look at the things that were not of your preference, were not of your liking. Think about the opposite of that, and then bring that along. And now you have a clarity of what you actually desire. So for example, maybe the person was very wasn't spiritual at all. It was very much stuck in a low level of consciousness. Whether you were very like flying high, you're all about, you know, becoming more and more conscious creator and all of that, and you felt like there was a lot of, like, let's say, collision because of that, and you really would like to have a lover, a partner, a soulmate who is like you, who is conscious, who is about who has the desire to connect deeply on all levels with his or her partner, on mental, emotional, to be open, to be able to communicate well about anything and everything, about emotions, about visions, about goals, aim, about where you are going and how you want to create this relationship, how you can go deeper in on a physical level, in the pleasure level, or or creating something together as a business, or you know, whatever, right? So you might have these kinds of desires, which is not a coincidence. So it's very important to know that because you have the desire, it means that it's already available for you. There is a version of you who is having their reality, who's living their reality. All you need to do, as I said, you need to move into that version of you. And you do that with your awareness, which I'm going to explain in a moment. So before you do that, you really need to be clear about what kind of experience you desire to have. So you spend some time in that clarification. Because it's important. I teach this over and over again, that our reality, our 3D, the experience that we call life, is an absolute 100% match to who you are. Everything, there's nothing can be out there in your reality, in your 3D reality, in your external reality, that is not a match. So you can only see, hear, experience, and do things that are absolutely a match to you. So knowing that, you really need to be aware of and really assume and declare that now is my time for love, that I am freaking ready, that my body is ready, that my soul is ready, that my mind is, my heart is open, and I am able to leave behind everything else. Like none of whatever happened until the moment before matters. Like you have to get off your 3D, meaning like get off from observing what's going out there, from observing the lack of that person, for thinking about how many years nothing happened. Like you have to get off. And I'm really inviting you into the free membership, because I talk about this. There is two masterclasses and a case study where I exactly explain how you create reality, so you understand the basics of the metaphysics of who you are, how you take back your power, and how you start creating consciously now, and not being aware of what the heck was going on, and why you are where you are, so then you can shift everything around in a moment. And this happened over and over again to many clients. So it works. It works. Come and see and check it out and do it and experience it. So after that, what you want to do when you came off from observing, now you might keep going back and like, oh, like every now and again, which is fine. But it doesn't matter, because the most important thing is that you start coming into the end result of what you desire. With other words, you start to inhabit the version of you, merge with the version of you who is already in the relationship, but not any kind of relationship, but the relationship you desire. So the way you do that, you're going to use your imagination, which is the amazing superpower that you have, which is basically how you create your reality anyway. But so many of the light workers that I've been helping, they don't use it to its full potential. So you kind of do randomly create reality, and you kind of do here a little bit and do there a little bit, but nothing, no big crazy manifestation in the areas of your life where you actually want it, where you actually would like to experience. Because yeah, you can, manifest free parking and some cash or some, free cinema tickets or whatever, but who cares? Like, like it's not what you really desire. It's fun, but you want love, you want cash, you want whatever, free travel, you want stuff. And you can get the stuff, but you need to understand how to open up, how to align, how to receive. So yeah, where was I? You inhabit the version of you. So what you need is that you go into the end result, to the fulfillment of your desire. And you're going to live there, breathe there, work there, shower like that version of you. And you're going to use your imagination to project yourself into that reality, to whatever scenarios or scenes you want to have as a physical experience. You have first need to think about it, correcting this think about it, like delete, delete, delete. No, it's not think about it, it's living it. That's what I want to say. So actually, right after the thinking about, I wanted to say that so many people that I know, so many seekers and so many spiritual people and people who are learning manifestation or have been learning manifestation for decades, they keep dreaming about it, thinking about it, projecting some pictures about it, writing it down, scripting it, journaling it, and nothing happens. Of course, because it's not where your power lies. Your power lies in your five senses. So you need to understand that your awareness, your imagination, and your awareness are the key. So you moving your awareness from this actual experience where you are, which is, well, the lack of what you desire, getting off of observing lack over and over and creating more lack and more complaining and more where it is and why it is not there and what I'm supposed to do and how and why and all those kind of things. Get off and you move and you move and inhabit this reality. So you inhabit this reality. And I even created a whole masterclass about how the heck do you inhabit this reality, because you really need to be there. It makes a lot of sense that in order to bring that reality, that physical reality into your experience, you have to let your body believe and your mind believe that it's already happening, that you are already there, to feel the excitement, to feel the joy, to feel the romance, to feel the giddiness, to feel the joy of having that experience. Because we know the mind cannot make a difference. So either you're imagining it or it's actually happening, your body will live it. Right? That's when you're dreaming at night as well. It doesn't know the difference. So you have to make that in a way that it doesn't know the difference. So you becoming the main character of the reality will start shifting reality around to make that your new reality. It's always like that. So I'm going to share with you the way I did this many times in the last 20 years, because the way I work, I'm always about experience. So at different phases in my life, I was desiring different type of connection and different type of experience and different type of love relationship experience. So and the most exciting part, and I really want to keep this short, but it's just so exciting to see how reality actually works. So how the universe starts shifting things around you to bring that what you desire into your reality. And that's how it worked. Right. So at that time I was working and living in England, and I felt really, really lonely. We're talking about, well, more than 10 years ago. But again, I did this many times, and it's just creepily, like crazy, how exactly the same happened as I was seeing it in my reality, even down to words, like exactly the same words that I was projecting in my reality. It came true, and the person I attracted said exactly the same words, exactly the same way that I projected it in my visualization. And it didn't happen just once. It happened so many times that it's actually crazy. This is why I feel so freaking confident in teaching this, because it happens always exactly the same way with everything, not just bringing in different experiences as a lover, as a partner, as, you know, playmate, or whoever you want to. It doesn't even matter what kind of relationship you want. You can bring in any type of relationship you want, but it works for every other thing, for flats, for houses, for cars, for jobs, clients, cash, travel, relocation, you name it, it's always the same. And I've done all of these, and I helped a lot of people do all of these. So, well, some of these, not all of these, but anyway, you understand what I'm what I mean. So I'm there in England. I'm very, very lonely, and I really, really would love, like, I'm craving a connection. So what I do, I spend my afternoons after work with watching Jason Mraz videos. Now, Jason Mraz is one of my favorite singers. So I'm on YouTube and I'm watching these very close up videos about his concerts. And I really allow myself to dream while I'm watching it. And now I really love his lyrics, and I created a thing in my head about his personality based on what I'm seeing, right? So what kind of person he must be, and how amazing would it be to have a relationship with a person like Jason Mraz. So this is kind of me allowing myself to dream, to project myself, to feel into that, and how it must or should or must be being with a person like him. And I did this unknowingly, by the way. So back then I was not yet a certified expert in manifestation, but yet I was doing it because it was natural to me. So I did this projection for a few times, I don't know, maybe 5 afternoons, or let's say 10 maybe. Keep watching different video clips. And then what happens a few months later, right? I'm back to England, and it's my first day in this new town, and I just walk in the town and I hear someone singing the Jason Mraz song on the street. So I get there and I see it's a busker, and he's just exactly the same voice. He sings exactly like him, even looks like 80% like him or even more. And I'm like, what the heck? So, and I start listening, and then he sings this next song and the next song, and it's all my favorite songs. And the fifth song, the string snaps. And then he starts packing up. And I'm like, oh, I need to go in and say, like, oh my God, you are so amazing. Thank you for doing this. So I go there, we start talking, and I say to him this, and then he invites me for a coffee, and then we go to have a coffee, and then we become best friends. And then, long story short, we are in a relationship after some months. So like, the interesting thing about this, that I want to point how this happened, because everybody's like, but how this is going to happen? Like, it doesn't freaking matter, because the way it happened to me is that I got like a job offer in the town where this person was living. And then exactly on the same day, I felt called to walk exactly the street. So I hear him, then he string snaps, which never happened, because later he told me, which was really, really weird, because it was a completely new string, which lasts usually for months. And he just changed it that morning, and it snapped. Like, he said, like, never happened before. And then I was exactly there. It turns out that he was the lead singer of 2 bands, and he was a professional singer. And then we even sang later in the same band. Anyway, it was like a lot of stuff came out of that. But my desire when I was listening to Jason Mraz, and the projection that I was having, is that I want someone who is just so amazing, like so sensitive, the way I was seeing Jason Mraz while I was watching the video clips, how sensitive, and how, like, being an artist who is a singer, who's creating, art. And I was also and am an artist. So I was painting at that time and having exhibitions. So I was like, how amazing would that be, that he's writing a song while I'm painting, like. And then I also wanted to be someone spiritual, so we can actually evolve together. So it turns out that he was like that. And also later he told me, like, I don't know how I did this, because I am very, very shy. I always been, and never in a million years would have I have enough confidence to ask somebody like you out for a coffee. So it's like it wasn't me, it's someone else asked you out on that day. And it was like me, like an observer. And I'm like, wow, like, so can you hear like how many things happened, how the universe was pulling the strings for everything for us to work out? Exactly the right time, exactly the right space and place. And then also, like, nothing, like we didn't have to do anything other than start talking, and then we realized that we have a million things in common. So I hope this is inspiring for you, because I wanted to share, and I'm going to come back to share. So if you like this video, please make sure that you give a thumbs up. You also subscribe if you are new, because I'm going to come back and share with you a lot of different things that I manifested. So no matter what you want health or cash or wealth or love, or just relocation or a change of lifestyle or a completely new reality in all areas of your life, it doesn't matter. You have the power. You are the creator. You choose. You take your awareness and bring it into the reality that you already know that it's happening, that you want, and allow the universe to shift around you the molecules, the energy, the illusion, until you wake up and you're like, oh my God, this is exactly. So come join our community also, because there you can learn a lot more about the hows and the steps, and also you can be a part of amazing like-minded creators just like you. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm so happy for this amazing community and growing community. And talk to you soon. Bye.